Hi, I'm Jerry. Welcome back to my channel. And so I think you like a little bit of a different setup. I got a nice ring light, I got a little bit of a tripod. So hopefully this will look a little bit nicer. And all I need is a microphone and you'll be able to hear me for once. Whether that's good or not, I don't know. But please let me know what you think of a little bit of a different look. Any suggestions and things, I'm open to it. But so today's video, I'm going to do, this one will have spoilers in it because I want to do a lot of talking, a lot of speculation on this. Is I watched the first 4 episodes of the Netflix series, The Umbrella Academy, based on an independent, I believe, Dark Horse, an independent comic book. Trademark no research first, written by a star of an independent band, a popular band. Again, I don't know who it is. I don't get anything ready for these off the cuff. But so it's not by Marvel. It's not by DC. And like these independent comic book shows that are popping up, like The Boys, like Invincible, it's very adult, very mature. There's sex, drugs, violence. I haven't come across in the first 4 episodes any nudity, and the sex thing is kind of light. It's just there's a little bit of some humor with some sexual humor with one of the characters on a mannequin, but that's really it. So there's really, I guess I shouldn't say sex in it, but it's violent. The material is graphic as far as just what's going on. A lot of drug and alcohol use, mainly by one character, which makes perfect sense. By Klaus is the name. If you know the show, you know who he is. He's his special ability. Well, let me give you a brief recap. So one night, back in I think it could be the 80s or 70s, because they seem like they're around my age, and I was born in '82, so probably the 80s, maybe the late 80s at this point, because I'm getting old, and they're not that old. But anyway, one night a whole bunch of women who were the start of the day were not pregnant, all suddenly got pregnant and gave birth within like an hour. And to I believe it said 47, 48 babies around the world, around the whole planet. And the world's most eccentric billionaire scooped up as many of them as he could, and it ended up being lucky 7. Lucky number 7. He was able to get 7 out of like 40 something. And he raised them all to be like a kid's superhero team. And of course, it completely messed them all up mentally. They all have different superpowers, except for with the first few episodes, it's saying that one of them, the star of it, which is Elliot Page, who for those who don't know, I'll go ahead and tell you, it used to be Ellen Page, the known actress, and she's since transitioned to be Elliot Page. And that's the real name actor in this show. The celebrity draw is Ellen, now Elliot Page. And his character in this, at least based on the comics, and the way they're playing the character, is female. Because they mention, because there's another woman in there, and they mention being sisters. And so it's, the character is being played at that. But I don't believe I noticed anyway that they referred to him as a her in the show. And I don't know if later on, because it's 2 seasons and they're working on the 3rd season as I'm filming this. Though I've only watched the first 4 episodes, unless I've miscounted. I think it's 4, could be 5. I'm pretty sure 4. Anyway, so except for Elliot Page's character, Vernice, she doesn't have any powers. At least that's what they're saying. My first speculation I'm going to make in this video is that she really does have powers, and that the powers are so potentially earth-shattering that they've repressed them. That this, eccentric billionaire whose whole dream was to create a superhero team that will save the world, and that's what he was raising them for and teaching them for, and he completely failed at, because he drove them all insane. One of them ends up dead. Again, all this is full spoilers. One of them is dead, but that started at the beginning of it, so it's not really a spoiler. Another one's missing, which again, in the first or second episode, this person comes back, so that's kind of a thing. But and then all the other ones, one of them, like I'd said, Klaus is a drug addict, and all the other ones have various issues. But so I think that she does have this special power, because in the most recent episode I watched, there's a guy who started dating her, and he's seen taking her medications that she's been having since she was a kid and dumping them down the drain, because he seems like he's actively trying to, though very slyly, get her off of taking those meds. Because you see her, like, every scene, she's popping a couple of these pills. And she's mentioned that she's had them since she was a teen, or kid, or a teen, or something like that. And so that makes me think that he's somehow connected some way or another, because there's a lot of time travel in this too. That's another thing. The missing character, number 5, he's the only one without a normal name. Number 5, he time traveled, because his ability is to teleport in physical space, and he figured out how to teleport through time, ends up getting lost in time. And he comes back with apocalyptic future, with the apocalyptic message of the future. And then later on, there's another, like, I'm thinking they're like time cops, basically, who are sent back to try to stop him. And I think that this guy is another one of them who's trying to go about it another way. And I think he knows that she has some special abilities, and he's trying to unlock them. That's my big theory on this. So anyway, I think I've completely gotten off track. It's called The Umbrella Academy. This insane, eccentric billionaire tries to turn them into superheroes. The show starts with his death under very mysterious circumstances. Coroner, and then a lot of people say it was just a heart attack. He was very old. He was old when he adopted them, so he was super old now. And they think it was just a heart attack. And kind of, all their stuff kind of ensues. And but now as it's going, it's seeming more and more like it's a bigger story here, which obviously it is. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that all this stuff is connected. Like Vernice, I want to say her name is Vernice, but I don't think that's quite it. It's something with a V, I know that. The unpowered woman, I think that has some kind of a power that's connected. Also in this episode of Klaus, because his power is that he can communicate with the dead. And it was super traumatic for him, because he's being inundated with dead people, and they're not like nice, happy dead people. They're like, at least the ones that he's seen, except for his brother who died, which we don't know how he died. He's very nice to him. But other than that, all these other ones are like yelling at him and things like that. So of course he medicates himself with drugs and alcohol, and he ends up, through not wanting to, but he ends up getting sober, and he's starting to try to control it with his brother's help. His dead brother's help. He's trying to control it again. I guess now he's trying again. He wasn't able to do it previously. And so I think all these things are interconnected, and I'm really enjoying the show. Now, something I didn't mention this is the way this is shot is so artistic and so unique, and they're doing these amazing like compositions, and the overall like cinematography of it, and the lighting and the coloring and the backgrounds. They're able to infuse it with this really eerie, but not forced, kind of weird vibe that I really like, because it feels very much unlike anything else on TV. One, with the prevalence of the superhero genre right now, it's not like any other superhero series, in that it's, even though it's adult, like you have The Boys and you have Invincible, and I'm sure there's others that I don't even know about, that this is, because of the really weird, eerie vibe that they're able to put into it, it gives it a unique flair that I really like. And especially in the most recent episode that I watched, they did some really great blocking and cinematography and transitions to where it kind of looked like a comic book coming to life, but not in the John Woo Incredible Hulk movie where it kind of didn't really work. And sometimes you'll see that. This was really well done. It wasn't overdone. It was done with one, maybe two scenes, and it was very sparse in that episode, and it was very sparsely done, and it was really for good effect. Otherwise, I think all of the kind of eerie props that they have around, and really detailed and eerie backgrounds, that, and the lighting, like I said, the lighting, the composition, the kind of different colors that they have around. Like there's no bright colors, but it's not like particularly dark. It's just a little off. is really cool. So it's a feast for the eyes. The story is great. The acting is super solid. And there's so much mystery. And I could very much binge it if I had the time. I would binge it, but I'm enjoying watching it basically an episode a day when I have the opportunity to. But I have been able to watch 2 in a row at least once. So I've only got 4 episodes. So anyway, if you're watching The Umbrella Academy on Netflix, please let me know your thoughts below. I'm going to do another video telling of the next block of episodes, or maybe I'll finish the season and give a season recap before I go into season 2. And maybe by the time I get caught up with these, I'll be at season 3, I don't know. But I don't know anything about the comic book. There's a ton of stuff I didn't mention right here. Maybe I'll save that for the next one. I'll talk about each character perhaps. Maybe I'll actually go against my brand and prepare a little bit ahead of time. But anyway, tell me your thoughts below. Again, please like, subscribe, share, do everything. I really enjoy doing these, and if I can get some support, I would love to be able to do this more. Anyway, until next time, y'all, thank you. Bye.